What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. Me and Slater are totally bumming it out today on this Saturday. It was storming earlier, like really bad. Like we were under tornado warning. But now the sun is shining and it's a beautiful day, so I thought I'd bring out my vlogging camera right now. It's probably a little late to do a video like this. He seriously keeps moaning every time I start talking. Anyways, what I was saying is, it's probably a little late to be doing a video like this since we are well over halfway over the month of January. It's like January 21st or 22nd today. But I guess it's better late than never to do one of these type videos. But I want to talk about my 2017 goals, fitness, and just life goals in general. And I want to go ahead and preface that I'm not a resolutioner person. Like I've never been a New Year's resolution person. I don't really set New Year's resolution goals. I set goals daily, weekly, monthly, every year. That's just my personality. I don't necessarily start January 1st. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing this. Not really those type persons. If you're a New Year's resolutioner, that is great. Kudos to you, but I'm just not one of those people. But I do always have goals, and I have like yearly goals that I like to kind of go ahead and like preset and, you know, just kind of go ahead and have those goals like set in my mind. So I thought it'd be fun to share these goals with you, starting with my life goals. I went ahead and wrote down a couple of different things on here to kind of help me like keep my thoughts collected, because y'all know I like to go on rants and rambles, so I'm gonna try to stick to this only. But kind of starting off now, one of my biggest goals that I actually do daily, so this isn't necessarily a 2017 goal of mine, but daily I really try to focus on just being an overall better person. Like that's one of the number one things that I wake up every morning and pray about, is just being a better person, being more patient, being more compassionate towards others, just being more giving, more forgiving, less selfish, just all these things that really encompass thinking about like Christ and how he views us and how he loves us so much. I really try to instill that in myself like each and every day. And some days, yeah, I gotta pray a lot harder about that, especially when I'm having a really bad work day. So this kind of moves into one of my number one life goals, and that is really focusing more on Christ. Now, again, this is something that I really try to do each and every day, but I really want to focus more on taking like the very first 10 to 15 minutes of each and every day from, I mean, as soon as I wake up, to that being the first thing that is on my mind, waking up, you know, thanking the Lord for each and every day, praying to the Lord, reading the word, whatever it is that I can spend in those first 10 to 15 minutes, you know, really just focusing on him, learning more, and just setting my mind right, setting the tone for each and every day. That's going to be one of my biggest focus. That's what I want it to be, because it's really hard, especially in today's society, where everything is so driven by like social media and like sad but worldly things. And I find myself thinking about that all the time. It's really easy just to roll over and immediately look at your phone, see who has Snapchatted you, who has posted on Instagram, what latest YouTube videos are out there, or even just really thinking about or focusing too much more on your daily stressors or what's stressing you out in your life instead of focusing more on Christ. I feel that if I could do this the first 10 to 15 minutes of my day, that'll overall help me be a better person, which I try to do each and every day. The other thing I really want to focus on is just relationships in general, and that comes to my family and my friends, especially just with my family. They're only an hour away, but sometimes I realize that, gosh, I'll go days without even talking to my mom, or even talking to like my sister and them directly, and I don't even realize it. It's because life just moves so fast and you have so much going on, you get so many stressors, and you don't even realize that, like, oh my gosh, like I haven't even checked in with my mom lately, I haven't checked in with my sister lately. When's the last time that we got together and had dinner? When's the last time I went home to my mom? Just different things like that. I really just want to focus on spending more time with people that I really love, such as my family. And that also comes to my friends as well. Since I graduated pharmacy school, all of my closest friends, they all moved away. They all got jobs, they all got residencies. So I don't have any really close friends here in Auburn anymore. As sad as I hate to admit that, but I honestly don't. All my best friends live in several different states. I got some in Florida, I got some in Tennessee, I got some in Kansas, I got some in Georgia. Like, they're all surrounding me, but they're all a couple of hours, hundreds, thousands of miles away. And it's really sad that with our lives, that we're all so busy, we all have so much going on in our lives that we forget to take the time or put in the effort to actually make time to spend time with our friends and family. So that's what I really want to work on, is putting in more effort to see these people that I love and that I miss so much. And it's just so easy to, again, come up with excuses for, oh, well, I can't make it to this dinner. I won't be able to make it to this function because I have this going on. And I really just want to focus on creating less excuses and just going and seeing my friends, or, making more effort and time to go and see my friends and, go to get-togethers and whatnot. I also really want to take more time to invest in mine and Cody's relationship. Even though we live together, we really don't get to do a whole lot together. Both me and him have both really busy schedules when it comes to work, and we honestly just don't see each other a whole lot. Yes, maybe at the end of the day we'll see each other, but it's only for a couple of hours where we come home and eat, maybe watch a little bit of TV or Netflix or something, and then we go to bed. There's not a whole lot of quality time spent together. So I really want to focus on putting more effort into our relationship of actually planning out dates for us to go on, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, or at least even once a month. Sometimes we run into times where we're just so busy and we haven't even taken a date to ourselves, where it's aside from hanging with our friends or whatnot. So I really want to take the time to spend more time, more investment into our relationship, because that's something that you don't want to take for granted. And I find that sometimes, because me and Cody do live together, we do take those things for granted, and we don't realize we actually haven't taken the time for ourselves to actually spend time together for ourselves. I also really want to focus on saving money. Since I am working full-time as a pharmacist, it's been a really long time since I've had a really good savings built up in my account. So I really want to focus on saving more money, budgeting more money. I've never really been a budgeter. Now, Cody will probably disagree with this, but I feel like I don't spend my money lavishly. Okay, I spend it on food, obviously. I do enjoy buying gym clothes. Food and gym clothes are my number one vices in life. If I want food or if I want new gym clothes, I'm gonna go buy it. Maybe I could budget a little bit more on gym clothes, but I feel like I'm not bad about it, but Cody thinks I am. But just in general, I've never been a budgeter person. I felt like I've never really had to budget necessarily, but I don't think it would be a bad idea to actually start budgeting and starting to really build up my savings, because right now I'm finding it a little bit hard to, that was kind of my plans when I started working full time, was to really build up my savings, but I haven't really built up my savings a whole lot lately, because life happens and opportunities come up, and then you got to have money right then and there, so you spend it, and then before you know it, you're basically just living paycheck to paycheck again. So I don't want to be doing that, especially when I have student loans to pay monthly, which are so much. So much. They take one entire paycheck of mine, which is that's awful. So I really want to just focus more on saving money to prepare for just what life throws at you in general, for any situation or for any traveling opportunities that may come up. And that kind of moves into my next life goal, is I really want to travel more. I'm not a very well-seasoned traveler. I'm pretty much a homebody. I always have been. Not that I don't enjoy going out and traveling, but I've just never really, I don't know, I've just never had those opportunities or those moments where I want to go here. Let's plan a trip to go here, But I really want to take more time to focus on traveling, because I enjoy it so much when I actually do get out and go and visit and see new places and meet new people and just, go to different states and different environments. I enjoy it so much. I love going to historical towns. I love going to just different beaches. I just want to travel in general. So if there's a weekend that me and Cody have off together where our work schedules meet up, and if we have the funds, which again, this would come to saving up my money, I want to be able to just go for the weekend, go on a vacation for the weekend and just go travel. And that's what I really want to do. And because I don't want to look back, because I'm so young right now, right? I'm so young. I'm about to be 27 years old. And I don't want to look back and just think, gosh, I didn't take all these opportunities while I was that young and just full of life, and didn't go on all these traveling times and these traveling trips. And I really want to be able to do that. So that's also part of my goals for 2017, is if I get an itch to go travel or go for a weekend somewhere, let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just go. Okay, so moving on to my favorite goals to talk about is my fitness goals for 2017. So if you've been watching some of my previous videos, y'all already have the idea that I am moving into a bikini prep season, basically. But I don't have a bikini show picked out right now, but that is my goal for 2017 is I want to compete in an NPC bikini competition show, because if you've been watching my channel since the beginning, y'all know that last year I actually took a year off, mainly because that just wasn't my priority focus for 2016, because I graduated pharmacy school in 2016, so I wanted to take that time to focus on transitioning from being a full-time pharmacy student to being a full-time pharmacist. So that was my main goal, was to transition to my pharmacy career and just really get my feet wet in the pharmacy world, in the real life world. Competing just wasn't a goal of mine. As much as I really wanted to, I didn't have the funds for it, and it just wasn't a priority because I was scared, I was nervous, I was stressed out about my whole new transitioning in life of being a full-time pharmacist. So I decided just to take the year off. But this year is going to be my year of competing again, so that is my plan. Of course, I want to do some local shows. So I don't know what shows I'm going to be doing this year. I don't even know if I'll stay in Alabama. I may actually branch out. My coach actually lives in Florida, so he's always trying to get me to do some of the Florida shows out there. They're a lot bigger than Alabama. They're a lot more competitive than Alabama too. So if I feel like I want to do a show outside of Alabama, that's probably where I'll go, is Florida. But that's what I want to do at the NPC level. I also, depending on how the year goes and how much time I can actually get off from work, that's actually the biggest dilemma I have right now with all these plans and ideas and traveling, is getting off work, because my work is not fun to work with when it comes to requesting days off. I basically get denied everything that I want, my days I want off or weekend want off, so it just sucks in general. But fingers crossed that I can actually get the weekends off I need for my shows, and if that happens, I really want to do a national show this year, because I'm nationally qualified. I'm still considered nationally qualified from the previous year when I did compete, but my coach was always pushing me to do a national show, so he obviously has a lot more faith in myself than myself. But that's my goal, is I'd love to make it to a national stage this year, so we'll see how the competition year goes. All right, so continuing on with the fitness goals, my other thing I really want to focus on this year is recovery. And I mean, when it comes to working out, taking care of my body after it being so sore and just fatigued, and my joints. I suck at stretching. I just never stretch. And if that's something that, again, you've been following me from the beginning, y'all know that I never take the time to stretch after my workouts, which is so incredibly bad. I know. Do as I say, not as I do. But I really want to focus more on stretching, even maybe not so much even before working out, but a lot after working out, because I find that when I do stretch after I work out, or even right before I go to bed, I feel so much better. It's so much easier on my body if I do, because I work out hard. I train hard in the gym, and so I need to take care of myself for training that hard, because right now I'm in pain, and I feel like I'm a person in my 70s and I'm in my 20s because I don't take care of my body from all the strenuous training that I do. And I have a very physical job too, so that doesn't help either. So I need to stretch. That's gonna be a goal of mine, is to stretch. Going along with that is I really want to focus on doing more yoga classes. I used to do, when I was in school, I took a good bit of yoga classes. I would do yoga at least once a week. And there was a class that Max Fitness does. They do it every Sunday at 4:15. And so that was just always a perfect time for me to go to do a yoga class, because usually Sundays were an off day for me anyways from training, a rest day. So I would just go do yoga. And so it was an excuse for me just to get in there and to do something different besides lifting weights. But it really made me focus on stretching and just relaxing my body. And yoga can be hard too. It can be a workout in itself, but at least it's a more structured environment where it actually makes me take the time to relax my body, to stretch out my body. I just really enjoyed it. It gets, the mind relaxed. It helps with your breathing technique, which can also help with your training sessions in the gym. So I really want to focus on doing more yoga classes. So that's also going to be another goal of mine. The other thing I want to include in my recovery routine is actually going to a chiropractor. I have never been to, well, I won't say never. I used to go to a chiropractor a long time ago with my mom when I was 12 or 13 or something like that, where probably really didn't even matter because I was so young. But I really want to find a chiropractor around here in the Auburn area, and because my insurance actually pays for it. I think my copay is only $20. for like, I think at least like 2 sessions a month. But I really want to find a good chiropractor, and I want to go and I want to be adjusted. I want to be fixed. I want to be stretched. I want to be tortured in there if it's going to make my body feel better. Do you know what I'm saying? So I really want to find me a good chiropractor for that. I think it'll help my body tremendously, just for recovery and just help me in the weight room. And also I would like to incorporate more massages in there. Now I know that's like another huge, probably not the greatest thing when it comes to my focus on wanting to save money and budget, but massages are so great. It's such a great, recovery tool to use, especially if you are someone who works out all the time. It helps relieve any stress or tension that you may have, which I feel like I hold a lot of tension and stress in my shoulders and neck area, especially in combination between working out and work from my job. So it helps relieve, any toxins in your body. It's just overall can just make you feel more relaxed and relieve any lactic acid you may have built up in your body. But, and who just doesn't love a massage, So yeah, we're going to get some more massages in 2017. All right, so I'm super excited to talk about this topic. So once I'm done with my goal of competing in NPC bikini competition for 2017, I want to move into a more structured off season. Now, what I mean by that is I want to move into an actual powerlifting off season. So I don't really want to call it off season. I like to call it an improvement season. That's what I like to call it. But I want to take my off season and really do like a powerlifting training program, because I absolutely love like powerlifting stuff. Powerlifting training. I love squats. I love deadlifts. I like doing bench press. I just love doing all those compound movements, especially squats and deadlifts. And so that's something I really want to focus on once I'm done with all my bodybuilding prep. I want to move into like a powerlifting training session. Now, with that being said, if I do that for my improvement season, I possibly would like to take it the next level and actually do a powerlifting meet. So that's pretty exciting to think about too. So I get like really excited when I think about, all right, the end of this year, I'm going to start doing powerlifting. So, but that's going to entail I got to find me a powerlifting coach. Like I actually want to use like a real powerlifting coach. So I have to find me a good coach for that. And I don't know, I'm just super excited. I don't know. I just get really excited when I think about doing powerlifting because that's something I've never really done. And yeah, just excited to do that too. And last but not least, I want to get my personal training certification through the NASM program that I'm sure you've heard a lot of people talk about before. It's one of the most incredible personal training certifications that you can get, but I really want to get that. I don't know when I'm going to start it this year, but I really want to get it. That's something I do got to save money for because it's kind of expensive, but I do want to get my personal training certification. Not necessarily to like take on clients anytime soon, because right now I just don't have like the time that I can like dedicate to someone that I can personally train, or at least personally. Like I would want, if I was a personal trainer, I would want to be able to give you like my 100% attention and training and knowledge to you and be able to help you. And I feel like right now, I don't know if I can right now, So, but I want to go ahead and just get that certification because not only do I want to have that as part of my credentials, but I just want to be able to just have that much more knowledge about working out in general, about training in general, nutrition, anything to do with bodybuilding, just everything to do with fitness. The more knowledge that I can gain, the more that like I'm just all for it. Like I'm addicted to always researching anything to do with like fitness when it comes to training or nutrition. So I just know that getting this NASM certification will just give me that much more knowledge, and when I am able to give people tips and when they do come to me for questions and help, I have a little bit more credibility behind my name when I am able to help these people, because now I just, when people ask me for advice or training tips or anything like that, it's all just from personal experience, and it's all from my personal research, and it's all from just, gathering personal like knowledge and stuff from other people who are professionals in this sport. So, but I want to be able to have my own credentials of it. So I'm really excited. I get really excited when I think about that too, because I'm kind of a nerd. Like I miss being in school. I kind of miss having something to study and gain knowledge from. So that's what I want to do. And who knows? I mean, if I do get my certification in it, depending on how the rest of this year goes, it may be something that I could do some, you know, either one-on-one training with people in the local area, because I have people all the time always messaging me directly, emailing me directly about if I do any type of personal training, if I do any online training. So that'd be something I'd be really excited to do, because that is something that I would love to do alongside of my pharmacy career, is actually be a personal trainer. So I don't know, this would just be a start to that next step or next goal in my life, in my fitness journey, my fitness goals. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, so I think this is gonna wrap it up. I think I've already talked about everything on my list here. Probably rambled on more than I wanted to, but hey, this is the life of Kelsey, and I like to talk. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I love hearing everybody's goals and admirations, what they have and what they're working towards in life. So I feel like it always gives me a little bit of like motivation and maybe even some new goal ideas when I hear other people talk about their goals. So with that being said, I would love for y'all to give this video not only a thumbs up, but also to comment in the comment section below what goals that you have for 2017, just like 1 or 2 goals. What are like your top goals for this year? And I would just love to hear from y'all and see what your goals are. And I think it's so great just to see what people are striving for, what they're going after. And I just think it's really fun and motivating, and I just love to see people actually working hard towards their goals. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching again, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.